battlefield. It's not allowed.
Thank God the army is not run by Halacha.
Yeah, Israel's not
Rabbi,
you need good reserves, deep reserves.
to defend our soldiers.
Michael, I don't minimize. Michael, I don't minimize. Hold on, Ariel. Michael, I don't minimize the actual cosmic and material effects of Torah study, but I repeat, thank God that the army is not run by Halacha. Thank God.
That's an oxymoronic. Hold on, what is it? That's an oxymoronic sentence. In one breath, you talk about its importance, but then you literally say, thank God.
So when a person gets stuck,
entities that control this facet of our state do not have God involved.
I think you misheard. I didn't say. I spoke about the cosmic effects of learning and Torah study. That's what Michael's comment was. And I do believe in Halacha. I believe that it's important, but I don't believe that the vision of Zionism or the state of Israel or the Armenian state of Israel has anything to do with Halacha, and it shouldn't have anything to do with Halacha in my.
Okay,
because it doesn't.
In your opinion,
it's a colonial occupation terrorist group.
Okay, hold on one second, please. In your opinion, why shouldn't the state of Israel be halakha based, and why should it be secular?
I mean, besides the fact that there's no Mashiach yet, but putting that aside, the vision of Zionism was never to be a religious state, and I think having a halakha-run society it will limit religious freedom, and I'm for religious freedom and pluralism.
Okay. So speaking of religious freedom and pluralism, here's something that's interesting. In Israel, the most commonly celebrated holiday between those that may call themselves Hilonim or non-religious, and those that call themselves Haredi like myself, is Hanukkah. You and I both know, if you sit down and read Sefer HaNakabim,
not true. Not true. It's Pesach. It's not true. It's Pesach.
Oh, okay, my friend.
Where do you Pesach Seder.
My friend, where do you live?
You're just wrong on this statistic. It's Pesach.
World over. Okay.
Every sociological study of Jews around the world shows that Pesach is the most observed Jewish ritual.
Nice. Okay, well, my friend, I'm going to say what I said before, and I'll say it slowly so you understand. In Israel, the most celebrated holiday between those that call themselves Hilonim and those that call themselves Haredim, like myself, is Hanukkah.
It's not true. That's not true. It is a false statement. That is not true.
And what's odd about that, okay, I'm going to go ahead and let you have that. But what's odd about that is the simple fact that when you sit down and read Sefer HaNakabim, it doesn't seem like the holiday for those that would identify themselves as liberal. How would you explain that phenomenon? Because I think that in itself is a phenomenon.
Well, I think Hanukkah is. Yeah, I think Hanukkah is. First of all, you're not correct about the Hanukkah observance. So, but let's put that aside. Hanukkah has been interpreted and reinterpreted from.
No, let's not put it aside. Let's unpack it, but we can unpack it later. But I want to hear.
No. It's just a simple statistic, and that'd be wrong.
No. If it's just a simple statistic, you should be able to simply show me how I'm wrong. Right?
I'm telling you.
And I understand.
It's incorrect. I'll go find a printed stat in a reliable source, but you're just wrong. And this is common knowledge amongst people who actually know. This is common knowledge amongst people who actually know about the broad scopes of the Jewish world.
Okay. Well, was I talking about the broad scopes of the Jewish world, or was I just talking about the state of Israel? Because I was just talking about the state of Israel.
Mm-hmm. Right. An exceptionally diverse society.
An exceptionally diverse society where a majority of the people who identify as religious and non-religious both celebrate a holiday that is all about the adherence to halacha under the pains of death.
So if you want to say, so listen. If you want to keep the meaning of Hanukkah to the Book of Maccabees, which isn't even a canonical text in our tradition, by all means. However, Hanukkah has been interpreted and reinterpreted over the generations to mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, each one an authentic Jewish interpretation. So I reject. If you want to go live back in the 3rd century BCE, be my guest. But I would like to live in the 21st century.
Okay, that's cool with you living in 21st century, but this is what I'd like to understand. How can somebody interpret Hanukkah other than the story that not only is recorded by our elders and our sages, but something that is a historical lesson?
Oh, very simply. Very simply. Wait, but I get the question. Come on, we're in the Beit Midrash now, Ariel. We're in the Beit Midrash. Come on, steig with me.
I understand.
Steig with me. Come on.
But a good portion of making sure that you get the question is if you have the patience to listen. The hallmark of a talmid, al-pi the Mishnah, is somebody who doesn't interrupt somebody else. That's one of the hallmarks of a chacham.
What mission is that? What mission is that?
Statistic?
So
I think I'm going to get a suntan and then explain black culture.
Look, Ariel, you know who the first people were that reinterpreted Hanukkah? Chazal in the Talmud. You know that?
Okay, is it possible?
You know that?
Is it possible that I could just be able to finish what I'm saying? That would be so nice.
Well, how would you respond once you finish? Could you just respond to the idea that the rabbis took the military battle entirely out and reinterpreted the miracle of Hanukkah on the oil, which is basically absent from the book of Maccabees? Can you explain that reinterpretation?
Sure, no problem.
Who said it had anything to do with the...
That wasn't a reinterpretation. That wasn't a reinterpretation.
Go review Al-Hanisim. It talks all about the battle.
Right. And also, when you read Al-Hanisim, it also applies to, what is it called, Purim. There was a battle at the end of that sefer, but a lot of people have the tendency to look over that, and it's just wild to me. But here's the point of what I was saying. What I'm saying is, there's certain ways that Hanukkah has been presented to the Jewish and non-Jewish audience over our history. That's correct. But the story itself is the same. A small group of people having to take up arms against a larger group of people simply for the sake of religious freedoms by any means necessary. There's no way that you can get around that, even if a person...
Not by any means.
Well, again, I would differentiate.
Hold on, let me finish. Even if a person says Hanukkah means to be...
do it again.
Right, so let me address that one.
No, you think I finished it, but I'm not done. So even if a person...
You came to a period, huh?
I did. Even if a person says Hanukkah... Even if a person says
He will
Hanukkah
never
means
be done. He will never be done.
Even if a person says Hanukkah means to me X, Y, and Z, that means I see it for what it is. I don't like what it is, so I'm going to change the meaning, so therefore I'm comfortable with it. Still doesn't take away the blood.
No, so I think you're straw manning. I think you're straw manning what I'm saying. Let me try to explain what I mean a little bit differently.
Show me lies.
I don't disagree with that. The Book of Maccabees frames the Civil War struggle and the struggle against the Syrian Greeks in the ways that you're saying. However, that's what that text says. So I'm not disagreeing with that. However, in our tradition, as is very authentic, we have come to take the meaning of Hanukkah in every age and stage that we live and reworked it for our own contexts, right? So I reject the idea that simply because the text is describing the events in a certain way and painting the politics in a certain way, that I have to exclusively maintain that understanding of the meaning of the holiday. Because we do this all the time with every single holiday that we do. We have multiple and layered interpretations that are not only originalist.
Okay. Can you give me an example of one of those?
Sure. I mean, look at pick any holiday, right? And the ways that we've used. Here, I'll give you one. It's not a big holiday, right? But I think it's an example, right? Tu B'Shvat in the Mishnah is an agricultural tax day. Tu B'Shvat for Chaim Vital is a mystical interaction with nature. Tu B'Shvat for Mormonic Jews is a holiday related to the environment. Each of these moves of interpretation and reinterpretation are part and parcel of the authentic Jewish interpretive strategy.
But Chaim Vital is not reinterpreting anything. He's taking what is, not adding, not taking away. But
he's unlocking the secrets that were always there.
Oh, but he's ignoring the text. He's ignoring the original. He's ignoring the original.
The tax was only the klipa, Rabbi. The klipa.
1 second. Goodness gracious. All Chaim Vital is doing is giving over what it is. He's showing. That's it. He's not trying to take away from anything. He's not trying to add nothing. He's just saying Al Pisod in addition to what exists.
Right.
This is
if
also
you could open your inner eye, Rabbi, you would see it too.
Stop picking on him. It's not nice. That is not nice. But yeah, we can't change it. It is what it is. As my Mississippian grandmother used to say, it is what it is. It ain't what it is. Just
it's tragic to me that you're like becoming a learned Jew and things like that, and you think that reinterpretation is somehow changing the original. I think that's tragic. You should go back to your teachers. I just think that's a really
Rabbi, when you say reinterpretation is legitimate scholarship, surely you understand there is limitation to reinterpretation.
Of course.
For example, the movement of the Christians that reinterpreted to create their own scholarship and make a compelling argument, at least.
Of course, I don't say that there are no limits. We have a very developed system of an interpretive tradition. There are rules.
Okay, so
it's not
totally normal. It's totally fine for any Jew to place their own limitations on what is proper translation, especially if they are narrowly tailoring to the accepting and understanding.
Hey Max, it's John in Jefferson Park. I was wondering if you're free maybe tomorrow or I guess tomorrow or maybe another day. But I have to drive up to Crystal Lake. I bought an electric organ and I have to rent a pickup truck and drive up there. I need somebody to help me lift it into the pickup truck and then lift it up into my third bedroom. And I would be more than happy to pay you for your time and then buy you lunch or dinner if you're available. Kind of an odd request, but to get a mover, it's like $600. So, I mean, a pickup truck is like $60 a day. So, if you're available, I would really appreciate it. Going through my friends list to see who might be available. I bought it on eBay. It's pretty cool. Anyways, I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.
A halachically ran state as opposed to a second state. I can guarantee you, if we conducted ourselves like they conducted themselves in Mecca, the Hajj, we wouldn't have the problems that we have today. But we're so
go around Israel.
Finally, someone telling the truth around here.
And that God spoke to you, and that you know that the only thing between Israel and success is removing the women from the military because of the znus.
And also on top of that, because we're so concerned about being pluralistic. We're so concerned about being pluralistic. We're so concerned about other people liking us that we've decided not to engage in the ultimate love affair, which is the love of ourselves, which means that we're getting more in tune with who God is and who God wants us to be. But no, we want to be at We want to be at Eurovision. You know, we want to have beaches in Tel Aviv, like how they have beaches in Paris. Bro, who cares?
I mean, Ariel, like it or not, like it or not, Israel is a culture creator. Like it or not,
culture oppressor.
Right?
Stop it.
And this is part of the awesome thing.
Yo, Max, it's John in Jefferson Park. I was calling to see if you're free maybe tomorrow or even Friday. I have to go up to Crystal Lake and pick up an electric organ that I bought. I'm going to put it in my third bedroom. and I have to get a pickup truck, so I need somebody to help me do the heavy lifting. If you're available, just give me a call or text me. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.
Power.
Okay, how are you resisting the colonial? Hold on 1 second. How are you resisting the colonialist Zionist
From a
power?
prison cell by bothering Jews.
By telling the Zionist scum Jews that
Thank you.
they're gonna get their asses whipped if they keep killing innocent people.
Very helpful.
See it right now,
Okay,
but
cool. But let me ask you a
off
question.
the camera, boss
What's
has
the
his
full-
thumb all
what's-
the way up his ass.
What's the
And your rabbi who took you and fucked you in your ass at the mikvah.
The person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call.
Hey, bye.
Talk. I kick people out at the top of the hat, so it's fine by me. But like,
I mean, he did say Jewish scum.
I mean, those of us that have dreams of suicide, some people pick on people. Some people decide that they're going to drink a cup of bleach. Some
The
people decide they're
Jewish,
going
the
to
Jewish people run America.
I mean,
I don't think I've ever had a dream of
that's
suicide. Has anyone here ever dreamed of suicide?
I dream of suicide.
Now, when you dream of suicide, are you dreaming of the act of suicide, and is there any sense of consciousness afterwards?
It was already.
Or do you wake up when you die?
I think Nick said. I think that upon further examination, I don't think I dream of suicide. I think I daydream of suicide.
Oh, that's totally different.
Totally different.
Ideation.
Yeah, it's a different situation.
But shit, a lot of people just don't. You guys gotta understand, messing with us is not gonna come to a good end for anybody. For anybody. For anybody. For anybody.
For
For
anybody.
anybody.
For anybody.
That means Jews
Forever.
included. Forever.
Forever.
Yeah, the Jews already have a master plan to survive all imperial history. Like, how are they going to outlast us? Like, literally, even if they conquer the whole world, we'll still wait them out.
I mean, it's up to God, because just depending upon how we behave, God decides. Like, what happened on us in Kitover? That's our fault, 100%.
oh my God, you're gonna victim blame now on the worst massacre to Jews. Seriously, that's a vote of Zara now.
No, it isn't.
100%.
That's fine. You're right. It's not a vote of Zara, but I think it's a pretty gross thing to say.
To say that
Okay.
the Jews are in a state of sin until they have rebuilt their temple, yeah, we all.
No, that's fine, but that's an existential state.
But
That's
you get
different than.
But wait a second.
That's fine.
That's not what.
If you want to live in biblical theology,
Bad,
go
you
be
get
my
it,
guest.
especially in the Holy Land. What you think
That's
you
not
can
what I
make
said.
to a
That's
state
not what I
there?
said.
It's
Look, Ariel, if you want to be,
in justice with your actions.
if you want to be a knuckle dragger and ignore all of, a knuckle dragger caveman, and ignore all of the Jewish evolution that is so beautiful,
I know this.
right? I didn't want to be misunderstood.
I don't even think you get tried with that.
Right, so I think my thing with you with this conversation is, right, like, I think I'm disappointed, and I think I'm also wistful for you that you can't at least see the logic in other broader forms of Judaism and in the diversity of Judaism. I think that's an unfortunate position that you're in, and I'm a little bit, never, right, like, boy.
Well, my friend, I used to. It's in the refrigerator. I made the stuff for it. I didn't pour it up yet. I didn't put it in yet because I've been rapping the whole time and now I'm on shutles.
When I told you were.
No, when you told me I was rapping. But see, I got that. That's the last thing I'm gonna do. You said what? No, beloved. There's another one up top right there.
Oh yeah, the
like
mic's
I was
open.
saying before, No, okay. Like I was saying before, you guys. I used to be like you. I've seen every single facet of the Jewish world that you.
You were never ever like us. You might have been like you, but you were never like us.
Well, I wasn't like you, normal. That's for sure.
That
I
is
used
for
to be
sure.
like you. I've seen every.
Or
I've
you were
seen
not like
every-
anybody in this room. You were like
Okay,
you.
beloved.
I'm pretty
Regardless
sure
of how
every
you
Jew
may
in this room was at Sinai, so let's all just chill.
Right. So regardless as to how you may feel,
I was on the other side of the mountains.
my statement is going to stay the same. But I used to be like you. I've seen every facet of Judaism one can possibly think of. And here's
No,
the
you
main
had
thing that
You had
here's
it.
the main thing. Okay, you may not have, but I have. Yeah, And here's what it comes down to. Would you like to maintain the loving relationship with God that God intended? Or do you want to have, and I'm talking about for me. Y'all in this room, y'all can do whatever the fuck you feel like doing. As far as I'm concerned, I had to ask myself a very simple question. Would you like to have a loving relationship with God on His terms? Or do you want to have it on your terms? And I said,
I'll answer that.
His terms.
I'll answer. Is that rhetorical or is that a real question?
No. This is a question that
I'll answer that.
No, you guys aren't listening. This is a question that I asked myself.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
We're listening and we see how ridiculous what you're saying is, as usual.
And again,
I mean, here's
saying we. Do you have a mouse in your pocket, or are you speaking for everybody in the room?
so Ariel.
I'm speaking
When I ask myself that
for
question,
myself and for the other people who I know very well, and I know you as well. And you just talk nonsense every day, and you think you know something, and it's embarrassing. You're talking to actually smart people. It's like you're embarrassing yourself.
Ariel.
Norma speaking for me. Thank you, Norm.
Ariel, I think when I ask myself that question about my relationship with God, I can't see any way that the source of the infinite would not have at least multiple ways to interact and access, right? So I think there are many ways that I would consider having a relationship with God on God's terms, and not just on my own.
Jewish way.
There are many Jewish ways. No, there are many Jewish ways. Absolutely, yes.
If that was true, not Jewish. There's the Jewish way and the non-Jewish way, and you can see it.
There was many.
Yeah, that's fine. But within the Jewish way, there is a diversity.
You could be a Kabbalist. You could be a rationalist.
Yes, that's right.
You could
That's
study
right.
With all
Torah.
of those guys, who are Kabbalists or rationalists, they all agree that pork is traded and that you cannot drive on Saturday.
That's right.
Right, so there are limits.
We wrote it.
So there are limits.
Conversation ended on
What
that.
limits?
There's limits to what, look, if we're only dealing in a halachic context, right, we should just say that
That's the
explicitly.
context, beloved. That's
Fine.
the context that I personally.
Why are you calling me beloved? Why are you calling me beloved?
Me and the goatee.
I mean,
This is his thing
What do
now.
you want me to call you something else?
Oh, that's fine. No, it's fine. If it seems trolly, but it's fine. It's fine by me.
No, it's
So look.
it's a regional colloquial thing.
Yeah.
What region? Whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's a Jerusalem thing.
It's a Jerusalem thing. Great.
Yeah.
I mean, are you saying like neshama? Are you saying neshama? Is that what you say? Are you saying?
No, I'm
What are you saying?
He wants to
Don't
go.
saying
trust
beloved,
this guy.
I'm saying
He's a
beloved
Nazi.
because in Detroit we would call each other beloved. That's the
Okay,
end of
cool.
our conversation.
Oh, got it. I'm not aware of that. So good. Learned something today. That's
Okay.
great. No, it's awesome. I didn't know that. So I'm happy to have you call me that.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll cut off liberal Judaism and say those aren't authentic. Okay. Because they're non-halachic. So no. I want to be. we can say they're not halachic, and if you don't want to recognize the diversity in Judaism, that's fine. We can cut that out for the purposes
I
of
don't
the
want to
conversation.
recognize legal diversity in Judaism. No.
No problem. No problem. The way I read Chazal and the way I read commentary on Chazal afterwards is not only a diversity within the halachic realm, which you're well aware of, right? Because you've read enough Tshuvot and things like that to know I can use the same sources as you and come up with an entirely different conclusion on the halacha.
Correct.
Okay, so that's at least one of the things I mean when I say there are diverse ways to be Jewish. There are multiple ways to behave Jewish that are in the halachic context with proper reasoning, right? Legitimate views, right? Even if they can be right. Okay, so that's on the one hand. On the agadic side, if we want to say that broadly about the non-halachic material, right? I also see quite a diversity, right? And I see a lot of attempts in different communities that have different emphases and priority structures that they choose to interpret Torah in X way, and some other groups choose to interpret Torah in another way, right? In a midrashic sense, right? Just look at the difference between the Hasidic Parshanim, right? And the Parshanim would be, right? The Hasidic masters and Vilna Gaon types, right? And by the way, it's not always so clean, right? Vilna Gaon was a great Kabbalist. How many people know that? He taught a really beautiful Kabbalah, right? So this idea that Judaism is somehow monolithic because it exists within some kind of central, unchanging text, I think is a historical inaccuracy for the ways that we have actually engaged the text. And the engagement with the text was to get as many different meanings out of it as possible within the confines of the verse.
But one law.
One law with many ways to do the law.
Right, and all of those are going to tell you. Excuse me. None of them are going to tell you that what is. Okay, thank you. None of them are going to tell you that what is asur is mutar. Nobody's going to tell me, yeah, you can go down there.
And when they do, we sniff them out and identify them as rabble-rouse.
Great, so I agree. Wait, so I agree with that, Ariel.
I just heard a case. And this is super disturbing, so please hold on to your hats. I just heard a case that there was a Rav that wrote an Isur to let a man and his wife essentially cheat on each other because they were not happy in their marriage and they wanted to get a divorce. So this Rav essentially gave this woman permission to give Isur Karet to all of Israel.
Yeah, I've heard this case. I've heard about this case, actually.
Issued a preliminary get.
No, it's that in order to save their marriage, they could go receive sexual gratification elsewhere because they weren't getting it. Yeah, I've heard of things like this. Yes, something like that. I've heard of this.
What are you fighting for?
I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing.
It's very rare. It's rare and extreme, but Ariel, I agree with you that you can't make the mutar asur and the asur mutar. However,
The gloves are part.
don't trafe up your kitchen while you're talking, Ariel. That would be a shame.
I do not agree with those rulings.
How many are more on music request?
So, Mixem, but there's only one law. Would you say, right? So, when you say, I'm curious what you mean when you say that. Do you mean there's one exclusive Taryag mitzvot, no more, no less? Do you mean the laws are? Do you mean more than that? What do you mean when you say that?
I mean,
and let me ask you just a follow-up, just to sort of get my brain around the question. Do you think that American law is also one law? Do you think that all legal systems are just one law?
American law, by design, is at the very least 51 separate legal systems.
Fine. Okay.
At the least.
Fine. Would you say that all So forget the state structure, right? But let's say within a state, is there only one law? In the way that you mean it when you say there's just one Jewish law.
I don't think so, because they have kind of different specialty courts that have their own jurisdictions and backgrounds. I'd say once you have a separate jurisprudence, you're really setting up a different law.
So for you, let me paraphrase that back
And
what
I
I
think
heard.
that's like a bit of a breakdown of the legal system. Like if I can't remedy my problem with my neighbors through court, and the only way we can deal with it is through EPA, the invention of like a new court system, that's just a failure of the law. It's an abandonment of the previous law and saying, oh, we need something else. You have to be able to retrofit the existing tort system to accommodate, or else you're going to have like competing legal regimes where like one guy, like, you're going to have a venue selection, right?
Right. So how do you manage? So how do you balance between? Because what I'm hearing is one of the things that characterizes one law is like one process, commitment to sort of a particular line of thinking and procedures, right? So how do you balance that with what I think some other people mean when they say there's only one law, which is when they only say that it's the content?
I'd say the people that are saying the only law is the content are not actually reading the content, because the content, I would agree that the law is only the content, except that the content creates a structure, a clear instruction, a framework, a legal system, a Sanhedrin to administer and interpret the law. It's innate within the system. It's pretty straightforward.
Right, but that's a difference between.
But then that creates one law. There's always just one. There's the appointed representative of interpretation, and then there is the document by which you can answer any of the questions.
Right, so I think it's interesting because I think Ben Adam Lamakom, right, it's much more narrow. Gotta say brachot, gotta die, these kinds of things. And when you're dealing with the Ben Adam Lavero halachot, it's much more real life gray than it is black and white. So like in combination, our system is a little bit of a hybrid, right? I would say, well, let's say it this way. I would say like there's a difference between halakha and psak, right? Halakha is the process by which you engage the source material plus real life.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
And that's how you get a diversity of psak at the end. Because
there's no problem with Jews doing things differently. Like, all Jews agree that there is a kiyum mitzvah in Atifas Rosh during Tefillah. However, some people wear different types of hats. Is that like a crime? That some guys wear furry hats and other guys like kepias? No,
That's not
it's irrelevant.
Yeah,
you get
I want to
diversity.
frame it differently, and I think you might
You
agree.
can have diversity, you simply need one law. Without one law, you don't have one culture. Once you have one law, you can have one culture with diverse practices, modes of behavior, and histories and origins and stories to share.
Yeah, but type of hat is not a diversity. But probably what I want to frame it as is.
Go say that in New Square.
I will. I'm on my way. I'm doing that. There's a chok and there's a mitzvah. They're very different. Well, I don't want to get to mitzvah yet. Give me a second. This is how I want to frame it. I think. Chok and a mitzvah. And the way I'm differentiating, this is the Hirsch way of understanding it. A chok is, this is the law. So meaning, it's not sabotage. It's the law. There's no question to ask either she can understand it. A mitzvah, it doesn't involve other people. The part out would be like, keep it avim. Now you'll find things that'll say address your father in third person. Today that's not honor, it's weird. It's just, if you're not honoring the person, you're acting weird. There's modes of dress that you have to walk into to daven. Not because it's a chok, because it's a mitzvah, because it's the way they held their hands when they spoke to a monarch. It's like, so those are two very different structures of law. Now when we get to mishpat, it's kind of a hybrid of both. Some are like chok, and some are, this is the way you interact with people. This is called the Varim Shabbalim. This is called things that are understood. So it gets into that gray area. But I think that the like upstream dichotomy is just token mitzvahs digression.
I think I understand what you mean. In terms of the structures that are present. In my reading over the years, I haven't seen chuvot. I haven't seen Middle Age halakhic scholars who employ that distinction.
Not
any relevant
explicitly, but I could show you ways to do.
Can I finish that? You might have I'm sorry. So, okay, I'd love to hear your fetch on it. That's good. I'm glad there is one, right? And so, what I would, I guess my fetch is that I want us to describe our textual interpretive tradition historically accurately, and not only the way that the Masorah describes itself, which I think is also important. We should understand how the Masorah describes itself. But I think because I have this other training, right, outside of the Masorah, in academic historical study of Judaism, right, it seems very clear to me that the kinds of devices and mechanisms that we see within Chazal and later are not as tight, are not as constrictive as I think a lot of people today speak about it, which I think is actually a fairly modern innovation in response to reform.
Yeah,
right.
I know. I want to stay away from that for a moment. I'll tell you my fetch on that you put it. I don't think you'll see this as explicitly, but I think you see a theme of it throughout. How do you hold your hand during tefillah? So in the Middle East, it was put behind the
right hand over left hand with my hands near my sternum.
In Europe, that's the European standard.
That's how I do it. That's how I do it.
Because that's your tradition. Because that's how they're understood. But in the Middle Eastern countries, it would stand with their hands behind their back, because that would show submission to the monarch. That like, I don't have hands, they would stand. And you still see people doing that. They put their right hand over left behind their back. So those are ones that are clearly not for alternation. Then you come to Garzel. And there are those that say that no, Garzel is what you wear when you go into prayer, because that's how you dress in prayer. And there are those that say no, that was what was worn as a sign of honor, and today it's not. It's not part of our dress, and you don't have to. So you do see practical arguments coming down to saying, is this a ironclad law, or is this a description of the time? And that gets broken down with Token Mitzvah. That's a very, you see that.
If you mean to be describing the difference between halacha and minhag, there's something in that direction.
No. I'm describing the difference between based on, that's not a minhag. It's very different than minhag.
Again, let me just finish this. Sorry, it's hard because I being interrupted in the middle. I'll come to a period very quickly. Minhag is given a pride of place, even to the extent that we might interact with it as a halakha. So again, I think we're talking about halakhic movements, right? And draw those boundaries wherever you like. Okay. I think it's a mistake to say, you can say that there's one law, but I also want like some agreement that many of these different groups decide to do the law differently, which isn't a violation of the law. It's about where you're from. What's your Masorah? Are you from there? Are you from there? Right? But that is allowed by the process and is not I would say that's an expression of the one law. The expression of the one law is in its diversity. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I think the diversity, the reason I kind of limit the law is I think that there has to be a clear line, and you have to stand for something. The Torah is a pretty decent document, and Jewish history is a pretty decent history to stand behind. Aside from that, I think that culture and custom develop naturally. Obviously, the Moroccans are going to do things different from the Yemenites, from the Ashkenazim, from the Mizrahim. I guess you could throw the Yemen in there. Either way, however they want to divide themselves. But those things, which I think we revere and respect, right? Judaism does not tell you to change your minhag. It maybe says to adopt the minhag of the community you're in because it's big on social community cohesion. But aside from that, we like the different minhagim, and I think that if you have a melting pot of Israel, those different communities will eventually merge a bit. And they're mingling slowly. And, but the thing is, that's like a slow generational change. Like the people that started this never talked to the other communities. So it's going to be a while for them to all integrate. But the one law is clear, and that has identified who is and is not a Jew for all of history, and it helped people when setting up the state to identify it. The law has protected us. It is what defines us.
I'm not
I just have to say,
as you know.
no, the four of you, Ariel, we haven't talked much, but the four of you, I love the four of you so freaking much because of your love of the truth and everything that you're discussing and the integrity in which you operate on this app and probably in real life. If I've actually met, if I had the opportunity to meet the four of you in person, I absolutely would. Just want to say thank you. That integrity in the way that you discuss these matters is very noticeable.
Thanks. Nice to say. I want to clear, right? I'm in no way in opposition to the law. I think I have I don't know what I would call it, but I think I have a sense of how the sources and how our tradition presents itself to us that leads me to think that the diversity is part and parcel of it, that it's built in. Elu ve'elu, right? Aval halacha k'beit Shammai, right? So, again, there's Beit Hillel, sorry, Freudian slip. There is but each of the opinions are also halachic, right? You're talking about, when you say there's one law, that's about one praxis. That's not about one dox, right? That's not about one doxological approach. That's about a praxis approach. You know, one of the most interesting, that's funny, Norm. Want to know the most interesting little factoids I think is interesting. So the Rambam wanted to write the last Jewish book in history. It turns out that the only other book fine. But he was explicit about it. It turns out that the only other book besides the Tanakh that has more commentary written on it is the Mishnah Torah. Good. Right? Good.
I always tell everyone there's two sets I recommend to understand Judaism: the Tanakh and the Mishnah Torah. Honestly, what he wrote was amazing.
So you guys are debating me. Let me ask you a question. I'm gay. Would you allow me to convert? Listen.
Yes.
No.
Really, Michael? You wouldn't? Wait. Yeah, I say yes.
If the guy is saying, I want to engage in homosexuality, I feel like, why would you want to take on all of these, religious systems when, one of them is oppositional to your life choice? It's a weird thing to do. Why would you do that? And if he kept saying, but I want to be gay and Jewish, I'd be like, I don't know, man, it's crazy. You're contradicting yourself. I want to be Jewish. I don't want to be gay. I do want to be gay. Pick one. Get back to me when you understand yourself.
20 minutes, he gets $200.
Right, so we don't have to open it up, but I don't interpret the verse in Leviticus the way you interpret the verse in Leviticus.
Oh, that's just wishful thinking,
Well,
Rabbi.
hey, no, this is very smart thinking, actually. Interpretation, hermeneutics, hermeneutic.
Yeah. I've read the verse. He's just making shit up. Like, it's very clear. It says, don't lie with a man as you would with a woman.
So what if
So
you
here's
don't
the
do
point
that?
I would make about it. So here's the point if I would make about it, right? The Torah does not understand sexual orientation as we understand it. They don't have a category of gay. They have behaviors. And the behavior of the verse in Leviticus is, I think, not about the sex, but it's about the violation of social standing, right? It's inappropriate for a man who's supposed to be the penetrator to be the penetrated. It's not about the sex itself. It's about in that culture, right? Men do the penetrating and women get penetrated.
You're saying
Right?
that the prohibition, I just want to understand you. Are you saying that the prohibition is actually narrowly tailored to being a bottom?
No. Both of them.
What he's saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the act degrades both of their social status, and that's why it's prohibited and an abomination. It's not because of the sex. It's not because of the sex, though. But it's no. Hold on. I want to. Michael. It's not about the sex. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah isn't about the sex.
It's about the sex.
No, just like Sodom and Gomorrah isn't about the sex. The sex is just the mechanism.
About the sex. That's easy to say.
Right, but over here too, it's about that the sex. It's about that the sex degrades the social state. So just go along with my reading here for a second. Just hold on.
Okay.
In that light, right? When the degradation of social status would not be affected by that particular act, then there is no violation on the social status. And so I would have no problem converting somebody who is gay to Judaism, because there is no violation about being gay. There's a violation in there's a transgression in jumping over the boundaries of social
engaging in homosexual activity. Yes, we know, Rabbi. You can split hairs between the identifier of self-identity of gay versus the action of homosexual behavior, which is what the verse is clearly prohibiting and is prohibited under Torah law. As much as you want. If a guy shows up and says, "Hi, I identify as gay," he's saying, "Hi, I would like to, if it's okay with you and you don't want to be judgmental, engage in homosexual activity." And that's fine. Like, I can live with a guy doing that. But a guy saying, "I want to be a proponent of Torah law as it is embodied amongst the living Jewish community today," no, it's like saying I'm an idolater and I'd like to be a Jew. But hey, can I hold on to these statues, please?
I totally understand, but that only exists. I totally get it. And it's a fine and legitimate Torah-based view, right? I think if you apply my hermeneutic,
to me, it's the
right, which I think
that offends me. I'm not protecting Judaism. It's absurd to do that. It's like just.
It's only absurd. Wait, Michael, only absurd.
You need to open your mind.
It's only absurd if you think homosexuality is a sin, and I don't believe that the Torah expresses any such notion.
It does, though, because it says don't lie.
No, it doesn't, because no. The reason it doesn't is because it has no category for it. It has no no. Listen. If you want to say so similarly, right? Straight man who has sex with another straight man or any man is also a problem, right?
Any woman he wants under the confines of marriage. He just can't have sex with a man, and if he wants to identify as gay, I don't want to be encouraging him to marry a woman. It
all comes down. Look, the difference between us.
You can understand, Rabbi, that I, as a Jewish man, encourage all unmarried Jewish men to get a Jewish wife. You can understand how I, a modern person, would feel conflicted about instructing a person I knew to be gay to marry a Jewish woman. I wouldn't want to do that. He wouldn't want me to do that. You wouldn't want me to do that. But Torah would command
you're
my fellow Jew.
I think you're departing from my argument. Can I show basketball skills? Sure.
Justice of clear line.
No. Look. The only difference between us is what the visually pointing to. I don't think it points to what you think it does, and you don't think it points to what I think it does. But within our own logics, right, within our own starting position, there's a logical flow, right? So you could understand how I could get to, I'm going to convert. I would convert a homosexual because I just don't think that the Torah comments on homosexuality in the way that we have to navigate it in the 21st century. It doesn't know about sexual preference. No, the Torah, ancient culture doesn't know about sexual preference in the categories that we have.
Actually, this is where his point though, if you look at philosophers, you like philosophy.
Exactly
Look
talk about this type of sister.
Yeah, but you like philosophy, so if you look at how philosophers kind of back in the day it treated this sort of situation is much different. But it's even much even the word homosexuality, for instance, how was that understood or comprehended back then compared to today? I think this is a good point that Caleb is making.
Another question. You guys are a big team. And I say, you know what? I want to become a Jew, but I have a problem. Instead of going to the police, I decide to enact justice on my own. So I essentially like to murder. I like to render justice on my own because I don't trust the police. Would you guys convert me, yes or no?
You like to murder?
If you're in a prison cell, then that might be.
Yes, I like to murder, but I still want to become a Jew.
Well, okay.
If you're in a prison cell.
No. Here's my question. There is a case in a Gemara. I would go through this Gemara with you, and there's a case where they say, "What should someone do if he likes to murder?" It's a question, and they gave as an example King David. He loved slaughtering. He just happened to be one of these guys. He enjoyed fighting people to the death. He liked the kill. And their answer is, you got to be like David. If you like to kill things, maybe you should be a shochet. Maybe you should kill things for a living. Or alternatively, if you really want to be like a David Melech, we've got some righteous wars for you to fight. So frankly, if you come and you say you like to kill people, I would first ask, would you like to kill very specific people? Could you manage only killing bad people? Could you pull that off? And then I'd see what he answered.
I like this answer, Michael.
Yeah, I like that answer too.
Isn't that a TV show? I thought that's a TV show. Baxter?
Dexter?
It's Dexter?
Dexter, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, there's a good argument that Dexter is doing basically the right thing. He's a good moral guy. If you were a serial killer and you had such skills, you should be trying to kill people that should be killed. And if you happen to enjoy it, that's really irrelevant to the net benefit to society.
Ariel, what you're really talking about is the entire conversion process, right? Because the person comes to convert doesn't know all the laws, and that's why you tell them a little bit light laws, a little bit heavier laws. You don't have to teach them the entire halacha, not according to the Gemara anyway, right? Conversion in the Gemara is pretty simple, because I think the idea would be once you join the community, you're going to take on communal norms, practices, and that from the get-go. Because that's not expected of any Jew that they know everything from the get-go. It's a learning process. 25, if you're curious.
The whole conversion thing is sort of a red herring anyway, because that's not really our focus. We're really focused on Jews, not on converting. So if there's a gay Jew, then of course we reach out to them and connect with them and keep them in the community. Why alienate them? Why send them away? What if the gay Jew doesn't do any of those things anyway? What if he just likes men but doesn't do anything?
If that really is the case, that he just internally has a desire for men, then my question would be, can he tolerate a desire for women? Because cultivating a good Jewish home is part of being, Jewish.
Right. I know a of married gay
He might be
couples
bisexual.
who have perfectly lovely Jewish homes.
Yeah, he could be straight up gay, by the way, and like just be fine with having sex with women. There are such things. And then like he could be happy. He could even want to have kids. You know, he might be a totally gay guy and just have a happy like home life. And so long as he doesn't espouse his homosexual desires and he just says, "Yeah, I like it, but I don't really do anything," and he's not like preaching against the Torah, then that's fine. But like the Torah is whatever life system the Jews have been maintaining for millennia. And like you can't join by saying like I'm gonna do this, except I also brought my statue of Bob. Right? We already had that debate a long time ago. It was actually very engaging.
Like we said before, this is a question of where you draw the lines, right? And I think there are authentic and legitimate ways,
black and white,
defensible Jewish ways. What's that? There's no lines on the page, but yeah. Actually, you ever seen somebody write a get? Take this thing and make lines on it.
The letters are the lines on the page. That's the lines, the black and white.
Right. Yeah. Right. Anyway, the disagreement between us is simply where to draw the line, right? We have a hermeneutic difference, and we have a where to draw the line difference, given the interpretation.
Listen, Rabbi.
Also, McVeigh, here's the issue with your.
If I take you awake in the dead of night and I ask you, are you really reading the verses to say that homosexuality is fine? You'll say, no, of course I'm not, but I really don't want to hurt that community because they've been oppressed for a long time. That's what you're going to say.
That's not what I say. That's not what I say. I've already.
It's not what
No.
It's black and white.
So again, Nick said, I think I have shown, and I could get more sources to back this up as a legitimate interpretation of the verse. I don't think I've done it backwards in that way. I think I'm actually just employing a different method of reading text, an equally Jewish way, and equal. That's not true.
Your motivation.
Wait, Michael.
Obvious.
Wait a second. Before you make a straw man, you don't know anything about my standing in the conservative movement, please, and who respects me and who doesn't respect me. Okay, you have no knowledge and cannot comment on that.
Before you go any further, Nick said, here's the problem with your answer about murder. What you suggested is only for a Jew that has that inclination, not for a goy that then wants to become a Jew. And then you say, if you like to murder, then we're going to usher you through this conversion process, finish your process.
I didn't say I was done with the conversion. I was going to see what he said to my ideas of murdering animals or bad people.
But his mind, that's not even for him. That's for a Jew. It doesn't say it's a goy.
Okay, so then I decided to study it myself out loud while he was listening nearby.
No, okay, first and foremost, don't play. Don't play, because I'm giving you, I'm asking
You're trying to tell me like it's against the law to teach him this Torah? I taught him the Torah. What do you want from me?
No, I'm not saying that it's, beloved, listen to what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Don't listen to what you think I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying the notion of a person who is a non-Jew to then take their murderous energy and decide to become a shochet is non-existent. Why? Because in the non-Jewish world, there is no such thing as a shochet. That is why that principality does not stem with that individual. You don't tell
Mixed's point.
Also, that does
I didn't miss his point. I heard his point very clearly. So having high hopes that this person who wants to come into Klal Israel but tells you, for some strange reason, hey, I believe in all of this, but I still want to be able to kill at will. What do you suggest that I do? You then confusing this person with this way to make it like, make murder kosher again? It's just, it doesn't work. Because it's not for them.
Well, let's be charitable to Mixed. I think what he said was, yeah, your Yetzer is real. I can't get rid of your Yetzer, but if you're willing to
don't have a Yetzer. What are you talking about?
Humans. Wait a second. Now we're gonna drop some Torah on you. Vayitzer. There's Vayitzer, which is with the creation of humanity, which are not Jews,
Stop it.
which are
I'm not even trying to hear it. Stop it. I'm not even trying to hear it. Stop.
Vayitzer is written here. Wait a second. Ariel. Vayitzer is written with 2 yuds, and Chazal tell us. Then you can leave. But I'm speaking Torah right now. Vayitzer.
Take one for the team.
Okay, Vayitzer is written with 2 yuds, and as the rabbis teach us, that's because humans were created with the Yetzer HaTov and a Yetzer Hara. All humans, no exceptions. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Okay, so do me a favor. Who was that you quoted?
It's in Breshit Rabbah, I believe.
Okay, Bereshit Rabbah, but who is the Rav that is attached to that statement?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Okay, well, do me a favor. When you find out what said Rav said.
Ariel's going to fight it.
Nobody said anything about homosexuality because there is no homosexuality in antiquity.
He didn't say anything about homosexuality, Rabbi.
You said because there's no homosexuality in antiquity?
There is no category. There is no category like we understand the category of homosexuality in antiquity.
Okay, so bring these men out so that. Hold on, one second. I'm just unpacking this. So bring this man out so that we may know him. Did that mean that these people were going to take him to the public square, sit him on a pillow, and say, "So, where you from?" Is that what that meant? What did that mean? What did that mean? It meant a mass rape. Why? Because these men, who, believe it or not,
it's a thinly veiled allegory to the whore of Givon.
Believe it or not, these dudes were homosexuals. Why? Because they weren't jailhouse fags. And jailhouse fags are homosexuals. Well, how are you doing it here?
Let's not use that word, Ariel. You can be against gay people all you want, but let's not use that word, please.
Yeah.
Man, you better stop being so. I know some gay people. Yeah. Stop being a faggot in a heartbeat. So stop crying.
Yeah, please don't use that word. I'm not gonna call you the N word. I'm not gonna use all kinds of words like that. Please don't say that word.
I mean, you could, but then you just have to deal with the consequences. Mm-hmm.
It's unbecoming. It's unbecoming, and I'm giving you tochacha, friend. It's unbecoming to a Torah person.
Well, do me a favor and don't be like me. Be better than me. But like I said before,
right.
Already done. Already done.
Okay, thank you. See, so that means your problem is solved. Those men were rabid homosexuals who wanted to take out their homosexual needs on a stranger. So for you to tell me that the world of antiquity didn't have a place, didn't have a category for homosexuality, is that your gateway to? Is that the gateway to gullibility, or is it just that you don't know?
No. I think you're misunderstanding. No. You're misunderstanding. I'm not arguing that there were no gay people.
Beloved, I understood.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Beloved, you didn't understand. Okay.
You're talking about how they're categorized for today.
No, I will tell you what I'm talking. Stop straw manning, and I'll try to clarify. I'll try to speak better. Okay, so you can understand it. Okay, I'll try to do better. It's on me. I didn't communicate it well.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not saying there were no gay people. I'm saying nobody was categorized in the ways that we categorize today. That's what I'm saying. And because of that fact, I'm still speaking, and because they're just, if those were social categories, we would expect them to be spoken about in all of these texts, and they're not. They're not even referenced as social categories.
Okay.
They're absent. They're just totally absent.
Okay, so absent from where?
From all of our traditional source work, nobody, until very recently, nobody references a category called homosexual. They reference an act, a behavior, right? But they don't recognize a category of homosexual like we have.
Right.
That doesn't mean, right?
Category of behavior
about that
prohibited.
Prohibited category of us about that act.
The act is prohibited.
Okay.
The act is prohibited, but hold on a second. Hold on. I've been learning the Torah a lot longer than you, so let's do this right. Okay? the act is prohibited. Now we would want to ask, in the Torah's mindset, why is the act prohibited? Now we've presented a couple different answers to that, right? I don't know which is the right answer. I think my interpretation is cogent. But, and there are other interpretations that are also coherent and cogent, right? I don't have an exclusive reading there. And that's fine. So it's fine if you want to say one or the other. But I think I think if you want to live in an open society, which I understand, Ariel, you don't want to live in an open society, but for those of us that do, right? I think that the humane thing to do, the one that maximizes kavod habriot, right, and kavod to each other, is to recognize that people are who they are. People are born gay. God would not disapprove of somebody's God-given things. God doesn't even disapprove of that we have a Yetzer Hara. God made us with the Yetzer Hara, for God's sake. Right?
Are you saying God endorses idolatry because man desires it?
I'm saying God gives us the choice. And God, in order to give us the choice, and in order to give it, right, but we don't have the choice of who we are, we have the choice of how we act.
Right.
That is correct.
Right.
There are some people.
So gay people are born that way. Ariel, gay people are born that way.
Okay.
Not a choice. They're born that way.
That their entire life they cannot engage these activities under the protections of Judaism.
The same way that you have some people of the homosexual community that are born that way, you have some that are forged into being homosexual.
Not most of them. Most of them.
Just like you have some people who are killers that are forged into being killers. Because something about taking people's lives, all of it, just excites them. But see, here's the thing. There's no school of thought, no halakhic school of thought, that is going to make homosexuality or murder permissible al-pi halakha. They will not.
Those aren't the same thing. Those aren't the same thing, and there are Orthodox seminaries that have ordained. There are Orthodox seminaries that have ordained gay rabbis.
Okay, so let me tell you why they are the same thing. Number one,
murder is called toeva. Wait, is murder called
toeva? They're not. You're like, let me tell you why an apple is the same as an orange.
Hold on.
So did you not listen to how stupid that sounds?
I understand that it sounds stupid, but it's going to keep sounding stupid unless you let me speak. Because
I'll let you speak.
But you gotta wait for the answer. Okay, there you go. Murder. Spilling of blood. Damim is what is made up of a lot of zera is damim. Zera levatam is murder.
No, it's not.
Is murder.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
No, it isn't. You don't get the death penalty. There are no halakhic authorities that say you get the death penalty for shvichat zera. Nobody.
Bro,
you're wrong. You're incorrect.
I'm gonna tell you something. The penalty for somebody who engages in zera levatam and does not do teshuva shelema is isur karet.
No, it isn't.
Decides.
No, it isn't. Show me in the Torah. Show it to me. Show it to me.
No problem. A person.
Show it to me in the halachic book, not a tshuva. I want to see it in the Rambam. I want to see it in the Tur, in the Beit Yosef, or I want to see it in the Gemara. That's what I want to see it in. Show me.
No problem. I got you. I heard you first.
I'll shine you.
All or nothing statement. Gay people are born that way. Those who no matter what are forged into being homosexuality is conditioned action.
And murder is murder. Doesn't change that fact. If you would like to change those facts so that those things are permissible amongst those who you're responsible for, like, leading, then I completely understand that. But that still doesn't.
You think I preach about masturbation and murder from Bima?
I didn't say anything about you preaching about masturbation and murder from the Bima. What I said was, if you would like to make those things permissible for those in your congregation, then that's fine. because I understand, like I said before, and I stand by this. I've been every single Jewish community you could possibly think of. I've seen it all, I've heard it all in a very short span of time, so much so that I'm still drunk from it, bro. But I'll tell you this much. Regardless as to what you want it to be, or what I want it to be, it is what it is. Spilling one's seed is no different than murdering an innocent.
Of course it is. Every halachic expert will tell you that it's different. You do not get any kind of death penalty or karet for spilling seed. Until you show me a source, I'm just going to tell you you're wrong, because you are wrong.
Alright.
Side note, Hampton has nearly 30,000 subscribers, and his understanding of maturity and anger is developing.
Even in the Torah, it's not even a thing in the Torah about that. That it's karet.
Perfect example. Do you know Chas v'Shalom? Do you know how to say an explanation in Hebrew? Or not? Why is it called?
Yeah, dude, my Hebrew's fucking excellent. I know how to say it.
No. Why is it called?
Because it's named after the guy. Oh no, you want to get his sister-in-law pregnant.
What happened to him?
Hi, excuse me, Mr. Greenbean, please put me in the queue. I have a question for Rabbi.
Oh, wait a second.
Go ahead.
Exactly. Never mind. Go ahead.
So I was reading my Maimonides yesterday at the Rambam, and it's so profound and it's so unique and advanced that, you know, I just get the feeling like until you read Maimonides, you ain't Jewish.
Sir, I'd like to stop. I'd like to stop.
I mean, there's a lot of people who say they know Torah, but until you learn Maimonides, and there's a lot of information there, and there's a lot of books, a lot of different interpretations and analysis, you ain't Jewish.
Rabbi Maimonides said clearly the only reason that a man has a body is for him to carry his seed. He said that is the only reason you are alive. The Rambam goes explicitly to it about not just the spiritual ramifications, but the physical ramifications of engaging in Torah of the tongue. And how is Torah of the tongue homosexuality linked to each other? If I'm putting, if I'm trying to be nice about this possible, if I'm planting seed in the sewage pit, it's not going to blossom.
So Ariel, you're in Torah, and I would just advocate for you to have your Torah be, as the Midrash says, Sam Chaim and not Sam Mavet. Make it be an enlivening thing for you and not a death thing for you. And I would just, I really wish you all the best in your Torah study, and I hope your Torah study doesn't continue to make you a misanthrope and a bigot.
I mean, I would like to talk about homosexuality and social conditioning. Whenever I hear...
Homosexuality is hypnosis, Adrian.
Well, whenever I hear all or nothing statements like, you know, God or you're born gay, I mean, that's so stupid. That is so stupid. That's an all or nothing statement that does not specifically describe anybody's homosexual experience or homosexual actions. And really, even the word gay itself has been co-opted. It's a ridiculous word to use. It means happy. It doesn't mean sucking a dick or putting a dick in your booty hole. And I know you may know happy gay people, and that's fine. You know, I don't really care. But pederasty and homosexual behavior, I don't want it around my children, and I don't have children. That's how, you know, bigoted I am. I'm not bigoted. I know gay people, and I don't mind hanging out with gay people. I think they're funny, and they're just normal people, but they happen to be gay, meaning they like same-sex activities. They like to orgasm with the same sex. Okay, that's your preference. Don't do anything illegal.
So what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Israel versus Palestine. Look at the word Israel. Israel or is El Ra?
What?
I'm just saying, phonetically, it's Egyptian, Ra and El connotes God or divinity. So, Israel. I mean, these are ancient words. If you think Jews are just a bunch of Ashkenazi Jews from fucking Poland in 1926, you should go study ancient Egypt because Israel.
I'm not really getting your point there, but
What I'm trying to say is that Hampton Spears is making more money than all of us by analyzing some black hose on some kind of Caribbean BET television show, pontificating about black, television show gossip. Why isn't this making money? Why isn't Chaos, aka, Hampton Spears, publishing this? Why is he publishing copyrighted materials about black women arguing on Caribbean fucking, cruise boats?
okay, then I can't.
Ariel, do you live with some old Jewish guy or something and clean his laundry? Are you some Shabbos goy turned full Yiddishkeit?
Okay, that's strike one. I'm gonna let you get 2 more in.
Cool. That's cool. Prove you're a fascist or prove you're a communist. Do it quick. Don't wait. Kick me to the goo or kick me from the room. If you a communist and you a fascist, don't front now. Don't front. Do it. Do something with your green bean, Mr. Power.
They say that the Is Isis, Ra is the god Ra, and El is another deity. All Egyptian deities. Isis, Ra, and El.
What about Shema?
I'm not sure on that one.
Ma? Palestine's a little bit like poly. They're poly. They're into everything. Hey, there is a Swifty down there. Maybe Swifty can come up and educate us on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Anyone know the details of the supposed attack on the tent camp or the recent one where there's 40 dead bodies? Yeah, here's what happened. What happened is a whole bunch of Palestinian prisoners got roughed up because they were trying to stage some sort of mass hoorah. That was only going to result in the majority of them getting their heads busted open. So before we had to bust their heads open, we just said, no, gentlemen, calm down. So we just tied everybody, stripped them, and laid them out. But I thought there was some bombs dropped.
It was a flea market. They were having a flea market trying to sell shrapnel.
There's always some story about somebody dropped. We good? All right. If I love you, see you later. There's always some.
Fascist!
You say what? I don't know. Depends on the day. All right, I'll let you know. So yeah, there's always some. What's it called? Some story or some drama about because that's just it's just it. That's what people think we do. We just drop bombs all the time.
Or cloning, is it the first time you're shown what the original banana looked like before humans got to it? You ever think humans are the only ones that think humans are so special? Other animals think that they're the special ones, and then human beings just have their own weird thing going on like other animals.
Did you ever think about humans wondering if humans ever thought about, themselves as the only people thought about themselves so special? Why can't I join this house?
True text knowledge. Technology? True text knowledge. Oh, okay. Who started it? Was it the Catholic Church? Was it private industry? Who started it? I mean, it was different people. The so-called founder is more likely a fictional character, which is his name is Christian Rosenkreuz, and
near flawless performance, but when she introduced that concept of sales tax, she didn't quite translate that to the tariff as well as she could do going forward. But that sales tax does apply to absolutely everyone, whereas the down payment only applies to those who qualify for it.
That's good. But one thing I do question is, I understand, but I don't understand. So I didn't understand why Biden didn't. I somewhat didn't understand why Biden didn't try to talk to China about how we should have got rid of the tariffs. But I think they were using the tariff as leverage for other things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we'll get rid of this if you do this. So they could have got rid of it.
Biden wanted to increase what Trump increased to 75% to 100% on imported goods coming from China.
Hello, my fellow N-words.
who was that?
It's that admin dude that has like 500 profiles and always talks about, what is it? Hypnosis, languages hypnosis.
What did you? I said my fellow N-words and my fellow F-words. That's fun, Nostradamus. Nostradamus is fun.
Hey, why do you talk so weird though?
Why do you talk so weird? Are you word policing me? Are you accent policing me? Because I'm a trans man and I was an undecided voter until the debate last night.
What does an undecided voter gotta do with it?
I'm just saying I'm trans and I'm an undecided voter, but after last night, I'm voting Kamala.
Yes, bitch.
Well, she's got your back.
She's got its back.
Bob Adrian's ass back on stage. People just don't have nothing to do with regular life. About to be live. Is your time more valuable? Yeah.
President Oscar, this is CEO of Clown Town. I gotta say, we gotta do something new, man. We ain't making the money like we used to, dog. We gotta step it up. I was an undecided trans voter up until yesterday, but after hearing Kamala, I have decided to come out as an advocate for LGBTQ. And I'm also voting Kamala Waltz because they're gun owners and they are really good people who will never lie to us or create wars or try to revaccinate us or censor us for having political ideology and opinions which may run counter to the mainstream narrative.
So who you voting for? Emma Trump still?
No, I just said Kamala.
I don't think you vote for her. Stop lying.
No, it's true. I was going to vote for Trump, and I was kind of undecided. But now, after hearing such a strong performance from such a courageous intellectual woman who has spent her time academically pursuing genius
It's time that we elect the first non-ADOS FBA, half Jamaican, half Indian woman because of diversity. Now, I'm not saying she ain't black. I'm just saying she's half black.
That's right. I'm glad a white man feels this way.
I'm so glad that my president, Oscar of the Clown Town, feels good that I feel this way. I say we all eat some flavored Pringles and call it a day. You know how they make flavored Pringles? They take Pringles and then they spray flavor powder on top. And every Pringle is the same as every other Pringle. Someone just happened to be sprayed with Pringle flavor. It's like liquor. Every liquor is the same. It's just a different color and a different taste. But it's still liquor.
Yeah, alcohol. So, where's your boy Brian Sellers?
I don't know. I talked to him this morning.
I don't have one today. I had to look at the big bag and have me to get two bags from. Talking to me, like, what's that? Talking to me. No. You watch the debate? Hell yeah. Huh? Did you watch it? No.
She gonna give everybody $50,000 to open up a fake PPP business. Everybody vote Kamala, because if you're smart, you're gonna get $50,000 in the tax credit, $6,000 to convert to being gay, $10,000 to become trans, $100,000 to become a Latino illegal to get an apartment condo mortgage. If you want reparations, you got to vote Kamala. There ain't no other way.
So you think gonna win, though? Who y'all think gonna win?
Well, duh, Kamala. She gonna come again.
I think Bush gonna win.
Bush? That's Kamala.
Trump. Goddamn.
No, you don't understand. Bush and Cheney are backing Kamala. That's their candidate. They are neoconservatives. She is a neoconservative herself. She just pretends to be something that she's not, which is smart. She's gonna sell us down a river.
I told a lot of people. Well, a lot of people said, "Oh, she's done for doing it like that." So they got a problem with how she's gotta get in the door.
Get in the door? She deep throat. And the girl gotta eat. That's how that bitch get in the door. She a hoe. Put it out there. Put it out there. Put it out there.
How many does she have?
Willie Wilson, $10 a blow. I could do it.
Your mom will kick you out of the basement.
Good thing that my mom doesn't live here anymore. I can say whatever I want. I'm a free man.
Y'all gonna get married ever?
Datos de nutrición. Tamano porración. 14 crujientes. Calorías. Grasa saturada. Grasa trans. Fibra dietética. Azúcares totales. Incluye azúcares añadidos.
Are you getting married?
Married? I'm in love with myself. I married myself already. Is it illegal to be in love with yourself instead of some loudmouth bitch just trying to get fed every night?
Oh my God.
I just want to marry Hampton and let him create me a successful YouTube channel like him. You know, he has 30,000 subscribers.
Oh, bro.
He talks about some BET show about some Caribbean ghettos who go on some Caribbean fucking cruise ship. And he just like does commentary on it. And he says, "Oh, we know you trying to cover your ass, bit." Like he's funny. He basically does a voiceover, and he does sounds with his voice. Have you seen Hampton's YouTube channel?
No.
You would shit yourself because you're like, holy shit, this guy is a talented voiceover actor. He does all these crazy voices. He has a podcast. He's getting 20,000 people listening to it. Who the fuck am I? I'm some bald loser yelling on Clown House. I got to be like Hampton Spears to make it in this world. I'm going gay.
Damn.
White heterosexual Christian, no more. I am now a trans, black, lesbian, gay man.
Hampton might get in the door.
Hampton Spears is my new role model. Life is crazy. If you want to be successful, you got to evolve, and becoming gay might be evolution.
No, well. Well, your father think.
If I got the money and I send my dad a new Porsche and a check for $100,000, he's gonna say, "I don't care how many dicks you sucked. That's my son. That's my boy." Just look at DJ Pack. You know, DJ Pack is not whack. He's got a big following. He's got the Pack. He's got the Pack crew, the Pack whack, the dark side, the trenches. This motherfucker's everywhere. You know, DJ Pack is the super psychosexual trans gay terrorist psychopath of your most wildest murderous dreams. He makes death threats like I bred butter and make scrambled eggs in the morning. He makes terroristic threats like I make a salami sandwich in the afternoon. He wants to fuck you in the ass at 8 p.m. in the same way that I open a Miller High Life and have a little weed. The man is insane. He's my number one hit. I'm a television producer. I've been putting Clown House on TV for 4 years now, and DJ Pack is my biggest star. Everybody in the ghetto or in the condominiums in all the major cities with all the white people, the rich people, they love DJ Pack. They can't get enough of his insane, hyper-verbal insanity. I'm going to wrap you up like a Subway sandwich and turn you into guacamole. You know? DJ Pack is a genius.
I feel like you're trying to be like Robin Williams in some type of way.
Robin Williams, he killed himself because he wasn't a man. He became a salty, sad little man. And he's like, fuck it, Zelda. You can have it all. The Mrs. Doubtfire millions. The Peter Pan billions.
Yeah, I feel like your whole personality is based off of it, though.
That's just you projecting, saying you want to be like Robin Williams.
Nah, I've been watching you for a while, man. That's what you into. That's what you into, man. Most definitely.
If you say so. But DJ Pack is something new. He's a forced evolutionary hybrid, a vaccinated super pack, an LGBTQ critter mongrel from the worst ghetto and abusive family relationship you could possibly ever imagine. DJ Pack is a superstar. I told you I already sold the DJ Super Pack show to Netflix for $10 million.
Damn, cut me in on that deal.
Why? What did you do? DJ Pack is the one getting all the royalties.
I mean, I think I can get some money out of that. He stole from me, yo.
He stole your content?
Yeah, he stole my content.
That son of a bitch! I'll have to call him on the phone. Brian Sellers is working for me now. Brian, call DJ Pack and find out what content he stole from Gold Move.
Say that again.
Gold Move. So welcome back to another exciting episode of Clown Town, where the president of Clown Town and Lil Haiti are trying to get everybody lined up so they can get rid of what they got and we can call it a day.
Who got the real clown house? Who the real clown house?
President Oscar, he got the stash. This is the stash house.
Clown house.
My clown house is in the sky. I don't keep my treasures here on earth with filth and swine. I keep my treasures in the sky with the Lord, King, God of heaven.
You believe in God?
What kind of degrading question is that, sir?
What's degrading about it?
You're asking me if I believe in God. That's like asking me if the earth is flat.
Is it?
Motherfucker. Fuck around and find out. Shut the front door and kick rocks. Hello?
How you feel about everybody getting exposed to being gay on here?
That's a concept, dog. Just because you stick your dick in a booty hole, have a man suck your dick, or stick a dick in your booty hole, that don't mean what you gay, man. That's a lie, dog. That's like saying if I said water, you get wet. Are you gay? Man, wash my back. Wash my motherfucking back. Lying on your mama. Lying on your mama. That's what's up.
That's what's up, huh?
That's the Clown Town Constitution. Honk honk.
Yeah, Miss Pocket, they was over there calling that shit fake time. Like, everybody kept saying, show the screen record, show the screen record. Like, come on, man.
You left me in that
Motherfuckers over there like, yeah, show the screen record and who profile that is. Like, show where it came from with the profile. Like, show whose name is on the Instagram or, come on, man. Like, first off, that bitch, you texting me. What the fuck would I have my face? Why would I have this DTR that I got up right now zoomed in to show just my 10 tag in my face? Why the fuck would I have that on my fucking text message? Like, anybody think about that? Nobody put two and two together, G. Why you ain't show where the message came from? Why you ain't show the message coming from my phone number texting that motherfucking game? Because that's the iPhone, gang. Like, blue and gray is an iPhone, killer. Like, you gotta be smart with that. Like, that's an iPhone text. So what iPhone was I texting that motherfucker from?
Marlo? You know I'm with Avon, right? String a bell? Can we talk?
I need you to walk back up there and pack up your people. I'm being a gentleman about it for the moment.
This is Stanfield. Justin tells me good things about you.
Hey, you ever find that camera?
Cost me the job.
Alright? Man, that did good with this spot. You were right for hustler. What's your name again, man? Boney? Biddy? What's it now?
You know my name.
Yeah. But now here's the thing. This spot all built up and shit, we need it, yo. Yeah.
What?
Two choices. Start taking on packages and you can step off. My man Chris gonna holler at you, alright? And you tell him what it may be.
I need this, man. You think you fucked up now?
What's up? but I got some place to be. Thank you for your kindness. Y'all got to pay something, anything. Be a principal here.
We had a time and you had a time.
Look, we're a little insufficient right now, okay? We're on our way to the middleman. We'll come back and pay for everything, I promise you. Thanks. What? Oh, you like that? I had it for a long time now. It got some sentimental values. Just today. What's the real value? Huh? Real value. I ain't much for sentiment. Oh, you know. Chris, tell our people the true love. I'm on it. No need for that.
You ain't come to see me off. My nephew. Boy, it was always a disappointment. But I treated you like a son.
I wasn't made to play the son.
But my supply, the good dope,
The Greeks, they cool with it.
proposition then. I just step out the way. You'd never hear from me again. I'll just disappear.
Joe, you'll be up in the mischief in no time. Truth is, you won't be able to change up any more than me. Close your eyes. It won't hurt none. There now. Joe, relax. Breathe easy. Fuck, I care about East Baltimore.
The point of the co-op is we stand together. We share information, and no one fucks with any of us.
No one fucks with me now.
Well, that don't mean there couldn't be some unforeseen...
No one fucks with me now.
What's the queen?
Full house.
All right, everybody, let me see them hands, y'all. Hands! Hey, yo, big man, back up. I don't know about cars, but I think these 4-5s be the full house. Hey, yo, banker, cash me out, Joe. Boy, you want to hit on that body, you best hop too.
That's my money.
Man, money ain't got no owners. Only spenders. I tell you something else. I like that ring, too. Boy, you got me confused when a man repeats himself.
This ain't over.
Well, that's how you carrying the shorty. Huh? Because, I can find your peoples a whole lot easier than they can find me.
Well in health.
No doubt.
DRT.
2.
You didn't get nearly a shot off. Speak to the quality of Barksdale people.
He's gonna have to come back at you. You know it ain't gonna stop at this.
I don't want it to stop.
Barksdale weak today.
And he ain't working with the ammunition I got.
No doubt you carrying a full clip. But what you gonna do when you sitting at the head of the table? Once you there, you got to hold it down.
Sound like one of them good problems.
Yeah. Prison and graveyards, full of boys who wore the crown.
Point is, they bored. It's my turn to wear it now. You want to do this, right, Chris?
What, your sister like that?
JR doesn't give a fuck. He's willing to hang out with Ken, Jacob. Jacob. But Ken is hitting me hard on this. He's coming along. He loves it looks bad, but she brought it back to 50-50, 6 points, because
Literally are the fucking lowest of the low. No one respects you. Everybody laughs at you. You are fucking a fat, fucking dumb, low IQ, cocksucking motherfucker. You probably goddamn eat SpaghettiOs for every fucking million ramen noodles. Fuck bird.
We're gonna have those. I don't eat those and ramen. No, thank you.
Those for sale at the
jerk chicken, so everybody's welcome.
Hey Thugga, I got a question for you since you're so smart. When you were a D1 athlete, what makes it D1?
What's that? When I put my D in year 1 hole.
Wow. Are you born gay or are you conditioned to be gay? Because I was an undecided voter, but after hearing the powerful debate performance last night of Kamala, I have decided as a trans man that I... Hello? Also, what makes you a businessman, Thugga? What makes you a scientist, Thugga? Did you sit through some AP biology, chemistry classes, and then you got a job and you're like a scientist businessman now? Sorry, it's difficult these days to be gay openly. The movement hasn't progressed enough.
I know it hasn't progressed enough, and I support you. I support you to suck as many dicks as you want, dude. Honestly, I will back you up, brother. I will find you dick. I will get you matches on Grindr if you need it, because you're probably a little fucking twink.
Can you do that for me?
JR, these people don't understand roasting and comedy. Have they ever listened to a fucking comedy roast before? You try to hurt the person's feelings. They're fucking literally getting their feelings hurt by someone roasting their ass, and then they're fucking crying about it. JR!
Similar remarks applied to Lord Browder.
This thing just... Go make dinner, JR, because this guy hurt my feelings. So, fucking rude.
I was gonna kickboxer with you, but then I decided I will not. Hello? You keep taking your name, I never remember you.
I told JR that Indian pussy's way better than white pussy. Why would you want to fuck a white pussy? They're nasty fucking bitches. You guys are seriously mad that I said stuff about Indians. Yeah, there's a ton of fucking smelly, fat fucking Americans, too. Most of the people in America are beasts as fuck. If that's not you, if that's not you, why are you getting upset? The fucking Trump supporter tried to call me an incel. That's fucking comedy right there. All the fucking Trump supporters that I know, literally fucking their wives cheat on them, they can't get pussy, they're fucking fat, disgusting fucking retards, and he's calling me a fucking incel? Come on.
He calls me a faggot, I couldn't believe it.
He went to the fucking insurrection. You paid for a goddamn plane ticket. These motherfuckers rented hotel rooms to go fight for fucking Trump. You paid for a fucking hotel room. You bought a fucking plane ticket to go fight for your orange god.
Wait, you think they were fighting for Trump? They were fighting for America. Are you deranged? Oh my god, this one is really fucked up. I have to turn the volume down because this one is so deranged. Moderators, take immediate action and send this delusional young man to the goo. We'll have to be communistic sometimes. Send him to the goo where he belongs, or kick him from the room like a fascist. We can't listen to this nonsense anymore. I won't let my friends and proud J6 insurrectionists like Evie Tall go embarrassed and humiliated as this canna desecrates our great MAGA one in our magnificent country, this self-loathing, self-hating American. He's a traitor. Moderators, take immediate action and kick this traitor to the goo where he belongs. songs. Oh, I see. It's the Hippocratic Oath that keeps you so compassionate for these mentally deranged people. It's not just a mental health problem, it's physical, it's chemical, it's biological, it's word programming, what you might call hypnosis. This poor man has Rachel Maddow as a hemorrhoid, Barack Hussein Obama as a herpy, and Hillary Clinton as a mouth sore herpy. This man is fully infected. His DNA is now recombined with the mind virus.
Watch the videos from the fucking people at the Capitol. They're the dumbest, ugliest fucking losers in America. There's not one good-looking woman.
An announcement from the group. Are you ready? Go ahead and mic me up and I'll start the announcement.
It's very important. How can you come here without the photograph?
JR, mic me up and we'll start the proceedings. It's important. It's in regards to you. I'm glad Infinity, SpongeBob, Business, and William are here. Adrian can witness the proceedings now and what's about to happen. JR, go ahead and mic me up, please.
JR, mod me up so I can fucking tell this bitch to get fucked.
I wish they would make one of
Amir, mic me up,
like
Okay, let's have a neutral mod. Your mod me. And we have an announcement.
Honest, neutral party. Go ahead and mod William up. No, BTC Huddle, you're not part of the group. You can't be mod. This is a group announcement to make to JR.
Okay, well, might as well make the announcement.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that with Canna. I can't do that with Canna. Canna will have to be moved off of stage if you want to learn the information. And you definitely.
Oh my god, what a fucking pussy. He's still hurt. He's fucking literally dying inside. Oh, he's gonna have to be moved off stage. I'll fucking mute my mic. Go ahead, say what you're gonna say. I'm gonna stay silent so I can hear your dumb ass say the stupidest shit possible.
We'll start another
fucking
room.
laugh at you.
We'll start another room and then we will.
God, okay, I'm about to start another room. Okay, wait, I'm about to start another room. Everyone, please.
JR, you're gonna definitely want to make it.
Yay! JR, you're getting kicked out because I fucking roasted.
Well, I'm glad we're here because Canna is in need of a very strong intervention. Canna, this poor man, what has gone wrong with your mind? How do you believe such lies and traitorship and deception and misinformation and disinformation? Oh, sir, you are sorely mistaken. Sorely mistaken. What a fool. What a crazy person he is. Vote Trump. Vote Trump. Vote Trump now. And go to Temu and buy yourself some new shirts and shorts. Try to update your wardrobe.
Basic ideas. I've come to these three elements. You have your coffee cup, of course. Now here's where the magic is.
Oh.
That is your heating element there. This is all going to be one thing, of course.
And the heat comes from here.
Heat comes from there.
This is mindful. This is unbelievable.
Yes, I'm excited about this project because it means something to me.
Of course, because you hate cold coffee.
I do.
I mean, I'm so sick of taking 5, 6, 7 sips, and it's cold.
It's as if coffee is dictating to us when it must be consumed. I'm not okay with that.
I love that.
God damn it,
Heated cups.
Oh, look who's up on my nap. What's my good old? This is my assistant, Adolf.
You named your dog Adolf?
I named him after my grandfather, my Opa. He kind of looks like him. He's got a handsome face, but you can tell he's stern. You know what? I have another drawing I want to show you. You're gonna love this. Hey.
Hey, what the hell's with your dog? What? He was growling at me before like he was going to attack me. I was scared to death. Then I went Heil Hitler, and he suddenly walked over and just lay down. What? Why would you do that? Why would it work?
Did you put your arm out like that when you said it?
Yeah, like that.
I know what that is. When I trained him, I would put a treat out with my arm up like that. Heel!
See?
Here's that drawing I was looking for. As you can see, these are different elements. Here are the color options that we discussed.
He's a white supremacist. He named his dog Adolf.
He named his dog after his grandfather.
Hey, if my grandfather was named Pol Pot, I wouldn't name my dog